Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you are old here, if you're a subscriber already, I appreciate you being here. Welcome back. I want to talk today about something that I've been thinking a lot about. I made a lot of notes. If you see my eyes going back and forth, it's because I'm reading my notes. I want to make sure that I get the good stuff in there today. So I've talked before about challenging your beliefs, about what you think is possible for you and what you think you are capable of and what you think your life can look like potentially. And because I believe that what the mind believes, the body achieves. What you think can happen for you can happen for you. And so I want to talk today about challenging your rituals. And I think that challenging rituals is just really putting action to the intention of challenging beliefs. So when I say ritual, I am talking about routines. If you take a minute right now and think about things that you do in your day that are just routine. For example, the ones that I have challenged for myself this week, I have two, are, I'm a little embarrassed to say, I every morning when I wake up, I look at my cell phone. First thing, before getting out of bed, before having any human contact with anybody else, I look at my cell phone. Second thing I do is get out of the bed and walk to the kitchen and get a diet soda and drink it. And I was doing this every day without really thinking about it. It's just what I was doing. It's just what I did. And I was totally like zombie autopilot mode without even thinking about it. It's just the first thing that I would do every morning. It was routine, but more than routine, I really thought of it as ritual because I would do it every day, no matter what day it was, no matter what I had going on that day. Even when I was out of the country, when we went to visit Paris, I still made sure that I had diet soda available for me in the morning, and I still woke up and checked my cell phone first thing. So what rituals, what routines are you practicing in your daily life right now? And you may know, some things may come to mind right now, and you may not know, and you may have to take some time and think about that. But I would ask you to do that this week. Think about the things in your life that you do without really any kind of purpose. Just things that you do because they're what you do, things that you do to comfort yourself, that just because I've done them for so long, that kind of thing, and identify some of what those are. The reason that I'm asking this question today is because I recently heard that over 80% of the thoughts we think in a day are the same thoughts we had yesterday. I am not even kidding you. And when I heard that, I was so disturbed, guys. I was so disturbed by this. It blows my mind, and it seems like such a waste. It's a waste of a day. It's a waste of a mind. It's a waste of untold potential that we are just living the same day over and over in different clothes. Most of us are in different clothes. That's terrifying to me and disturbing to me. And I put a side note here. I'd be willing to wager that at least 80% of the words we speak today are identical to the words we spoke yesterday. And that really is terrifying. And that's something that I definitely want to change in myself, because I don't want to live the same day over and over and over again for the next 70 years and call that a life. Okay? You don't want to get stuck in zombie mode and doing the same motions and having the same conversations with the same people in the same places, doing the same things, and then look around and wonder why nothing ever changes in your life. Your life won't change until you do, right? So after hearing this information about the thoughts carrying over, I Googled how to think different thoughts or how to think new thoughts. I really did, because I wanted to know, how can I think new thoughts? I don't want to just be doing this thing over and over and over. And I totally think that today's a new day, but maybe it's not. So I need to research this. And I watched a lot of YouTube videos. I watched some TED Talks. And what I found was really simple and really encouraging. It's all about going outside of comfort zones. I love this. I talk about getting uncomfortable a lot. I'm a big believer in making ourselves uncomfortable in order to grow and expand and change as people. So to get out of a routine, to snap out of ritual, it's as easy as getting out of our comfort zone. That can look like a million different things. That can be going to a new restaurant you've never been to and trying a food you've never had. You may like it, you may not like it, but you tried it. You will definitely have different thoughts. Going to a section of the bookstore that you would not normally go to, that maybe has never appealed to you, and picking up a book and trying to read some of it. That'll generate new thoughts. And you're also causing synapses to fire in your brain that perhaps are not used to working. It's really good for your brain to do this. It's going to a new country and immersing yourself in a culture and eating the food and trying to speak the language. That's a really big example. A really small example, but I think the most profound way to do this is to talk to someone that you would not normally talk to. Go to someone outside of your race, outside of your political affiliation, outside of your religion, outside of what's comfortable for you, outside of your mom group, outside of your gym, outside of what you're used to, and strike up a conversation with this person. Be safe about it. I'm not saying approach strangers on the sidewalk and just start chatting them up, but talking to another human being is one of the best ways I can think to have new thoughts. And it does two things for us at the same time. Number one, it helps us to see the world as this vast, magical, amazing place full of people who have different ideas and different talents and all have something to offer too. It helps us to see the world as this small, connected place full of wonderful hearted humans who have the same hopes and fears and dreams that we have. And that will give you all kinds of new thoughts, all kinds of new perceptions and great new perspective with which to see the world and see yourself and your place in it. So I'm doing this too. I don't just tell you guys what to do or advise you what to do and then not do it. Normally I'd only get on here when I'm telling you about things that I'm actually doing, and that's true in this case as well. I'm on day 6 of no soda and no checking my cell phone when I wake up in the morning. The soda part has been easy. I don't miss it at all. The cell phone has been harder because it feels like connection. I realize it's not real, authentic human connection, but that validation can be sort of addicting. And for me, it has been a little bit. So not having that in the morning has been a little bit difficult. I did replace it. I started keeping a dream journal. So first thing in the morning, before I get out of bed, I sit up in bed. Do not go to the restroom, do not pass go, do not collect $200. Sit up in the bed, grab my dream journal, and I write down whatever I can remember about the dream or dreams that I've had that night before, anything that I want to look up later, animals that I saw, colors that I saw, messages that seemed important, so that I can look at that later. And that is causing me to have a different kind of morning. And I know that the things that I gave up, soda and cell phone, maybe don't sound that big and they don't sound dangerous. I'm not hurting myself, I'm not hurting other people. They're fine, it's fine. And honestly, that's why I kept on with it for so long, is because it's fine, right? I'm not hurting anybody, it's not really unhealthy or anything, it's just fine. But when I thought about that, when I sat with that, I had to really challenge that in myself and say, okay, it's fine. It's fine what you want for yourself. Do you want fine? Do you want a fine day? Do you want a fine life? Do you want an extraordinary day? Do you want an extraordinary life? I don't want fine. I don't want fine to be the highest bar for me. And when you start out the day at fine, you're setting yourself up to either stay at fine or go down from there. Okay? I don't want that. If I'm setting the tone for my whole day and I'm setting the tone, choosing those things in the morning, choosing the thoughts, right? Choosing the rituals. I want to choose things that are good for me, that help me to expand, that help me to grow. So I want to start out with a dream journal and a glass of water and a healthy breakfast. So that's what I've been doing. Only on day 6, and I'm not getting preachy with you, but do you just want fine or do you want extraordinary? Because extraordinary might require you to look at what you're currently doing and make some changes. Okay. Another thing that I have started doing, I have a Fitbit now. I've been wearing it for the past 6 days. I love it so much. If you have one of these activity trackers, then you already know how great they can be for teaching you about yourself. So this thing, it does count my steps, but I don't walk around a lot in my waking life, so I don't really use that feature. But it does analyze my sleep patterns, which has been very interesting to learn about. Keeps track of my food and water intake, analyzes my workouts as far as calorie burn and fat burn and cardio efficiency and things of that nature. So I am learning things about myself that I didn't know before, and I'm able, by seeing this information, to adjust, to maybe put a plan in place of things that I need to do better, things that I can add, things that I can take away, to continue growing and expanding and reaching towards extraordinary in my life. So I highly recommend a tracker like this if you want to know, and if those are some areas that you struggle in, especially nutrition and exercise and sleep, this could be a good tool. Also, check out eBay and Poshmark and Facebook Marketplace before you go buy full price. Just tip there, because a lot of times these are refurbished or people are selling them slightly used but still in really good shape, and you can find one there. Lastly, the last thing that I've been doing in my life is being aware of seeking out new thoughts. So I will purposely think something like, what would a polka dotted elephant look like? What if a dragon had 3 tails? And I know that this sounds like kid things. I'll get to that. At the dinner table, I've been asking my kids questions like, if you were an alien, what would be your favorite cartoon? And then I just let them go to town, and we have a discussion about what kind of cartoons aliens would like and what they'd be offended by and what they think was funny. And it's a conversation that I guarantee I've never thought I was going to have in my life. But it does cause you to expand, to break out of the day that you had yesterday. So yes, these last things I'm talking about sound like kid things, but I think that's a compliment. Kids are born with this belief that the world is open to them, that they are capable of anything, that they can do anything they want to do. And that's because no one has taught them or told them that that's not true for them. So kids like mine are still in this belief that they can do or be or say or have anything. And the silliness helps with that, because it helps with the imagination and the creativity. So if you start doing something like this with expanding your thoughts and changing your thoughts, and it feels silly or feels like something your kids or grandkids would do, run towards it, okay? Don't let that stop you. It's not a negative. Go towards that thing that feels silly, that makes you laugh. Laughing is the fastest way I know to raise vibration, and it's very easy to do as well. Go towards those things that feel silly and that make you laugh, okay? So I want to challenge you this week to take a look at the rituals that are in your life and ask yourself, am I settling? Am I telling myself this is fine? Do I want fine? Do I want to live the same day over for the next 70, 85 years and look back at that and say, it was a life? Or do I want extraordinary? Do I want to reach for the stars? Do I really want to challenge myself on what is possible for me, what I can do, what I am capable of? Believe it or not, it starts with these very small things. It starts with giving up soda, or getting out of the cell phone, or thinking about pink elephants, or talking to people in your neighborhood or at your workplace that you would not normally think to talk to, and having that human connection with someone who's different from you, okay? So I challenge you this week, that's the challenge, to look at your rituals, identify them, challenge them, change them, replace them with good things, take out negative things, whatever it is that you need to do, and watch and see if the world around you, as you change the inner you, the world around you, outside of you, will change as well. Funny how that works, right? It's physics. I don't need you to believe in the law of attraction things. I do need you to try it though, okay? Will you do that for me? Live in courage. I love you so much. Leave me comments if you liked this video, or if you have questions, or if you have rituals or beliefs that you want to share with me that you're challenging for yourself. I'd love to hear that as well. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.